right, it is time for our first sign language video of this school year. We are going to do lesson 1, the basics vocabulary. While we're doing this, I encourage you to pause it as often as you need to, write down everything that you need to write down about the sign. If you don't get a sign, it doesn't make sense to you, just put a little mark by it, and when we come back to class on Monday, we'll practice it again then. So let's get started. Our first vocabulary word is word. To make word, your non-dominant hand makes a pointer finger. Your dominant hand makes that G, and they tap. Word. The next one is yes, and there's a couple of different ways that you can do yes. The first way is just like a head nodding up and down, yes. You'll also see people spell it, yes, yes. We'll talk about what that's called when you do that as we get further in here. The next one is no, no, N-O put together, no. The sign for in. This is like to physically be in something, in. So then the sign for out, the opposite of that is out. You do the same thing, you just go opposite motion, in, out. Off and on share that same sort of relationship. Our next sign is off. Off, off, versus on, on. Now this off and on is not like the TV's turned off, that's off. This is off, like I moved your book off the table, off. The next one is good, good. Your dominant hand taps your chin and then comes straight out. Good. For bad, it's a similar sign, but instead of coming straight out, you twist your palm. Bad, bad. Better, better. So it starts the same as we would start with good, but instead of coming straight out, it goes up, better. The next one is best. It shares that same good, good, better. Best comes up even higher than better because it's showing that superlative. Good, better, best. Any. A hand that twists. Any. Please. Your palm on your chest. Please. The next one is thank you. The same sign that we use for good, we use for thank. Thank you. Thank you. Point to the person that you're talking to. You're welcome. Point to that person again. And welcome. You start with your palm kind of up like this and it comes down. Welcome. You're welcome. On those, you don't always have to point to the person. You can say thanks and you're welcome without having to do you're welcome or thank you. Try. Try is a two-handed sign. Both hands are going to make T's. We're going to twist them. Try. Try. The next sign is finish. It's also a two-handed sign. Finish. 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 To start. Start is a two-handed asymmetrical sign. So our left hand, or our dominant hand, non-dominant hand, see, I'll get it. Our non-dominant hand is a flat palm. Our dominant hand is a pointer finger, and we put it right here like we're going to turn the key. Start. Start. The next one is stop. The formal way of signing stop is non-dominant hand, dominant hand, stop. Stop. A lot of times you'll see it done as a one-handed sign, stop. Okay. The next sign is sit. Sit. It looks like little legs sitting. Your non-dominant hand, your dominant hand makes the legs. Sit. For stand, this is the floor with your non-dominant hand. These are your legs standing on it with your dominant hand. Stand. The next sign is get up. And get up is different in ASL than it would be if you were doing assigned English kind of thing. In assigned English, we would literally sign get up, but that really doesn't make any sense. Here's your floor again. Get up. You're going from basically laying down to being up. Get up. The next sign is here. Here. Physically here in this place. Here. For there, you point to wherever there is. There. The sign for finger spelling or spelling, spelling. You wiggle your fingers as you go across. Spell. If you flip your page over, you'll come to the other side of this vocabulary list. And our next word is favorite. Favorite. We called this position, we've given it the name the feely finger, and you'll find out why as we go through all of this. But a lot of feeling sort of things are made with this hand shape. So you tap your chin. Favorite. Can also be interpreted as prefer. The next word is color. And this is like, what color is it? Color. You wiggle your fingers at your chin. Color. So now let's do the colors. I put purple first because it's my favorite. It's a P that you shake back and forth. Purple. The next one is green. It's a G that you shake back and forth. Green. Blue. Blue. It's a B that you shake back and forth. Yellow. Y. Shake it back and forth. Yellow. Now black throws our pattern here. None of the rest of these are going to follow this shaking pattern. Black, you draw a straight line like where your eyebrows would be. Black. With a pointer. Black. For gray, we're going to do the same sign, only with a G. Gray. You may see some people sign gray like foggy or kind of like this gray. Typically, I would use that to not necessarily represent the color, but to talk about like a gray area. For brown, it's a B straight down the side of your face. One time. Brown. We start repeating, we change the meaning. For red, if you look it up in an ASL book, it's just a pointer finger off your chin. Red. If people are using a more English-based system, they'll, what we call initialize it, they'll do it with an R for red. But in ASL, we typically do red. For pink, you can think of it a P, you can think of it as a K, because pink has both, but we do it in the same place that we do red. Pink. The next one is orange. Orange. Kind of like you're squeezing an orange right at your chin. Orange. And our last vocabulary for this lesson is white. Comes off your chest. White. White. All right, I hope you have paused your video as we've gone through and that you have written down all the information that you have. Mark any of them that you need help with in class, and I'll see you in class.